um, that I don't like to post, I guess, like time in advance is because we have so much stuff going on, especially like Fridays that I'm, out like with doing other stuff that it gets kind of difficult. So at this time, like today, I had planned, to do it at 5:30, but then things come up and so it gets a little crazy for me. My schedule gets a little crazy. So, um sorry, we apologize for that. But hopefully if you guys don't get to see this now, maybe you can see it later. Um, but yeah, we are gonna talk about haunted roads and yeah, and Eileen is at home. She couldn't come today. So hopefully we sound good and everything goes well. If you guys have questions, put them in the chat. I'll be handling the questions. And yeah, here we go. You ready?
Okay, so here we go. Conversation 70, haunted roads. Ready for this? Some roads are said to be haunted by couple, I think.
People?
Oh, by people that have died there. Some are also urban legends, but some are scary and make you think before driving on them. So I guess we're gonna get into the first story.
Yes.
So it says,
So yeah, because these roads are mostly in the US. I did find one last minute. I wanted to talk about this specific road because I've heard about it and I've known about it for a while, and I kind of wanted to share that road, and that one is in Mexico, but we'll get to that one lastly. So, yeah, go ahead, Eileen. Let's start with the first haunted road. Which one's the first one?
okay, Jeremy Swamp Road in Southbury, Connecticut. According to urban legend, drivers are stopped vehicles, drivers installed vehicles are on the road have vanished before the tow truck arrives. Some say they are attacked by humanoid cryptids.
Yeah. And so these are
What?
kind of like, yeah, when I was researching, they were kind of vague. They were like not very detailed. But nevertheless, they're kind of still, like creepy because like this road, they talk about, drivers that get stalled and then they disappear, which is kind of scary because, dude, the last thing you want to happen is to disappear while your car is broken down. Now, does the car
Yeah.
break down like before? Is it like, is this part of like whoever's taking them that they mess up the car and then that makes them kind of like be on the side of the road and then they get taken? I don't know, like what creature is capable of being able to like mess up cars, like technically to where they stop working? It's
Yeah,
pretty
that's
crazy.
that's crazy. Yeah, like that's like some intense stuff. You know, like
Yeah,
I
because
would say,
or if it's just, is it like a coincidence that the car just breaks down and then these creatures like, "Hey, we have another one," like, there we go, like, I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, and they say that they get
okay,
attacked by humanoid cryptids. What does that sound like to you? It could either
like
be what were you gonna say?
it sounds like um what do you like goals?
Yeah, or it could be maybe like a cryptid, like a Bigfoot maybe, or a dogman, because Bigfoot has been, I don't know, I hear that a lot from a lot of people that Bigfoot has the capability of like messing with things. Um, whether that be like they emit some sort of electromagnetic something, I don't know. Like it's crazy. And the other one, Dogman. Can Dogman do things like that? I don't know. I haven't heard of Dogman being able to mess with technology as much as Bigfoot. Um, what about the predator looking dudes? The clear thing
Ay,
that people have claimed to see. I don't know. It's kind of iffy, but yeah. So this one, it's so Donnie says, oops, anything with an EMP would be able to disable a car. Yep. And it could be people too. What if it's a person that's doing this? Like
that's
it's just
creepy.
chilling and then like a car passes by and they disable the car and then like take these people and like kidnap them or whatever. Like that's scarier. They're all
That is
scary.
scary.
All right.
That's
Go ahead,
scary if
Eileen.
that's happening. Bloody Bride Bridge, and Boy
Scout Lane.
Scout Lane, Stevens Point, Wisconsin. This Highway 66 bridge is known because, according to local legend, a bride was raped
A bride was
in
killed. Where are you getting
oh
these
was
letters from?
a bride a bride was killed in an account on her
You know
way to
what?
her wedding.
You know what? I'm just gonna have to read them because Eileen is doing a horrible job in reading.
Hey,
Um,
I'm really trying.
I know it's probably because you can't see it too clearly because it's on a picture. Okay,
Yeah.
so basically, Highway 66 on the bridge is known because, according to local legend, a bride was killed in an accident on her way to her wedding. She haunts drivers passing by
Wow.
at night. And so yeah, so of course, if you're a bride, and you're on your way to your wedding and this happens, of course you're gonna haunt it, right?
Yeah. Like, who
So
wouldn't be upset? Like, they kept you from your wedding, you know?
yeah, and it's so sad because she never made it to her wedding day, to
Aww.
her ceremony, and now like she's out there roaming, and maybe she was trying to, like find her soulmate, her man. Like you never know. Like maybe she tries to stop cars to see if she'll find him, right? I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's true.
It's pretty crazy. I don't get scared. I feel honored every time I experience anything. That's a good way to see it. Have you been hitting the wine bottle again, Eileen?
You know, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah, we finished like 2 bottles today, so
We or
you
you
know,
did.
well, mostly me, but I'm here, right?
So you're a little intoxicated?
Yeah, just a little bit, but it was a good time.
So bear with Eileen. She's having a great time over there. Okay.
Yeah.
So the next one is the Boy Scout lane, which is the second one. I think they're both in the same Stevens Point, Wisconsin, I believe. But nearby Boy Scout lane is haunted because a troop of boys allegedly disappeared there. There has been no proof that this happened, but it is an isolated and dead end, and it does give people an eerie feeling. I mean, if people are saying that a whole like group of people disappeared, that's a pretty
Then
crazy,
something's going on.
yeah, that's a pretty crazy allegation. Like, where are the parents? Why isn't there memorials? Like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I mean, maybe people just get creepy feelings from this area. Eileen is in the party mode. If it's the
I
weekend.
am. I
Yeah.
am. That's what I told Gloria. I'm like, you know what? It's Friday. Wine it up.
Yeah, you guys, I'm tired too because I had to like I had an appointment today, like a doctor's appointment, and it was just like I had to like not sleep so they can run some testing, and it was just like crazy. Like I'm tired. All right. So, Yeah, so the Boy Scouts, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. There's no definite proof that they all disappeared. Maybe a person, or maybe there's been some disappearances in that area, but it's still pretty creepy, especially like if you get weird vibes from roads, something probably happened. Because, there's always
Yeah.
accidents and you never know what, who, when. So I don't know. That was two of them in Wisconsin. So now here's another one in Wisconsin. Owisa
It's all
Street.
in Wisconsin.
I don't know if this is how you say it. Owisa Street, Appleton, Wisconsin. There's a cemetery called the Riverside Cemetery located on Owisa Street. It is known for paranormal experiences, and some claim to have seen ghosts of past mourners. That's the
What?
first, right?
So
And
they're
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 dressed in old-fashioned clothing. So, I've in a cemetery, I have not heard of ghosts of people visiting. Like visitors, ghosts still going to visit you after they're dead. That's pretty crazy. Um so and then people said that they're in old-fashioned clothing, so they're obviously going to be like first generation like cities or towns. Um Yeah, that I don't know. I don't know. Visitors also visit the tombstone of Kate Blood, which is said to be haunted, where people have seen blood oozing from her tombstone. People say she was a witch
what?
and murderer. So they say that she murdered her husband. And that's why it's kind of like an eerie, area, like a tombstone place. And they have said that when people visit her tombstone, they see blood oozing. That's creepy. I no. I
Eh,
don't wanna see
I
that.
don't know. Yeah, I don't
But
know about seeing that, man. That's too
yeah, and
much.
so a lot of people, it's actually popular, and a lot of people go out there and visit it in hopes of seeing something. That's still crazy.
I
I
don't
would not.
know. I don't know.
But they
How do you
do
even
say,
explain that?
I think her husband is buried there too, so it's her and her husband. But they say that it's also, like, isolated. So it's like the tomb for that, it's like an isolated area. It's like on the side because I think that was one of the first like tombstones to be there. So I don't know. I guess it's pretty old. I got a legit question for the two of you. Thoughts on BTS? BTS?
Like the band BTS?
I don't know.
The BTS, the band, I mean, they're pretty cool. Um,
I don't
they're
Is it the band?
you
I don't
know,
know. Donnie needs to let us
I
know.
honestly, if it's talking about the BTS,
Yeah, the
like
band. He's talking
um
about the band.
they're pretty decent because like my cousins they were into them. So like for me, for like for them to be like a global sensation like that, like internationally, like I think that's pretty cool because they would sing their songs in Korean. So I'm like, wow, that's really impressive. To me that's really cool that you
Yeah.
can vibe with something even though you don't understand like what it says. Like
I think
that's pretty cool that
I've heard them because of our cousins, because they play it.
yeah.
So, it's pretty cool. They actually have pretty cool music. Um, so yeah,
Yeah,
but I
they
don't really
do.
follow them like like to say that I
Yeah,
listen
we
to it,
just
but I've heard of it. Yeah, and I've seen them. They actually seem like a pretty cool group of people because they're very like interactive, right? Like they're very
yeah. They seem
yeah.
pretty cool and like but yeah, the most info we know about them is because of our cousins, but like I just think that's pretty like incredible that they're able to do that, that language isn't a barrier. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, and they got pretty big too.
Yeah.
I'd be kind.
So I think
Um,
that's pretty awesome.
yeah. So, okay, so now we're going to Route 66. Villa Ridge, Missouri. The Tri Country truck stop located off historic Route 66. Villa Ridge has been abandoned for years, and ghost hunters continue to visit due to claims of the truck stop being a portal to the other side of eternity, where souls re-enter our world and attach their spirits to truckers whom they might possess in order to drive themselves home. That's intense.
What?
When I read that, I was like,
That that's creepy.
whoever came up with
That's
that
creepy.
theory, I don't know. I don't know, homie. Like, I don't know what you were drinking, but that's crazy. Because I mean,
I
it
don't
could be
know.
true. I mean, anything is possible, right? But
Anything is possible because I feel like there's haunted roads everywhere. Like
yeah,
we, in our town we have a haunted road, and like
we
people are like,
do?
"Hey, don't drive there." Well, yeah, the haunted road that's way out there, in the Goonies. So yeah, like
Which
we have
one?
a hunt
Comanche?
dude. No, not Comanche. The other one,
Carolina?
the haunted road. Yeah. So there's a haunted road, right? And like, like they have little like superstitions like, oh, don't get on this road, and if you do, and if it's at night, because this road, like, the souls have a tendency of making you crash, right? Like, I don't know, I guess that's what
Right.
they do. They like people to crash. Um,
That's
but
scary.
yeah, they say if you're gonna go, that sometimes they even get into your vehicle, so you have to like have something on every seat of your vehicle so that they don't like accompany you while you're on like driving in the road, because you might like catch a glimpse of one, through your rear view mirror. And I don't know, man, that's creepy.
Mm-mm,
Like who
mm-mm.
wants to experience stuff like that? I
I
don't.
mean, driving at night itself, it's creepy. Any road at night is
Yeah.
creepy. Especially because okay,
Yeah.
you have your like your whatever lights on, but the night swallows you. Like you
Yeah,
turn
and
back,
you see
everything is like
nothing.
super dark.
Or like what if you
I don't
do
know.
see something, you
I
know?
don't. I don't like that. No.
Creepy too.
And then what if they're like like I always imagine driving when we drive at night. I always imagine our car, driving, and then I turn to the side and I see like a creature like keeping up with the speed of my car. I always imagine that.
No.
Like a dog man or something, and I'm like, "Dude, that's crazy. I don't know what
That's
like, I
creepy.
can't."
And
Um,
I feel like what makes this road extra creepy is like the fact that it's like a field road, so it's just nothing but like agriculture like surrounding it. So it's kind of like,
yeah.
I don't know, you just never know, there's these all these trees, and you don't know, like, you don't know what's going on. So
Yeah, but there's also,
pretty
like, a
creepy.
lot of, accidents in that road.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of
Yeah.
accidents, and that's what the claims are, that it's claimed to be because of like lost souls or something like that. I don't know.
Mm-mm,
I'm not trying to go through that road. I
mm-mm.
don't want to see stuff like that I can't
So,
explain.
what do you think about this truck stop being a portal?
A truck stop being a portal, I don't know, that's pretty profound.
Yeah.
Like that
I
that
kind of
sounds pretty profound.
so okay, so they say it's a portal where it allows spirits to travel through, and then they take over these truck drivers, and then they in order for them to try to get home. I mean, I don't think that spirits have that much energy to be able to like possess somebody. But I do feel like there might be a possibility that there is portals, right?
Yeah, yeah, I think there's like, yeah, to the point of possession. I mean, that's pretty intense. But I wouldn't doubt that truck drivers do have like some crazy experiences in, roads. Um, but I don't know, that kind of like, I don't know, I feel like you have to kind of keep in mind how exhausted they may be, that like sleep deprived, that they might just like imagine stuff,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
And the other thing too is that okay, so if they are crossing over, I understand that they're trying to go home and they're trying to like hitch rides, but just hitch a ride, dude. Like, don't try to get into
Hitch a
that
ride, I know.
person. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, just be like, hey, just give me a ride, man.
yeah. Um, Truck stops being portals is quite plausible. A bunch of people bring their own energy to one central spot. Yeah. And that's another thing that I do feel like there is these dimensional portals cuz I mean, dude, okay, like Skinwalker Ranch is
There
like
is.
it's
There
like the
is.
main portal area where entities and not only like spirits, like I don't know if spirits, but these weird looking things would come out of portals and there's pictures that prove that. So, I don't know. I don't know. They
I
were
mean,
really
possibility, that's true. You know, is after, discussing like Skinwalker Ranch, I mean, anything's possible, right?
definitely.
That's
Okay.
yeah.
Stagecoach Road, Marshall, Texas. Urban legends cite tragic events that have continued to happen in coach roads. And it has a haunted reputation. Some say they have seen a spirit of a woman wandering. So I think that that's probably one of the most common scenarios that people see in these haunted roads is like women. Why is it never a man? Like it's always
I
a
know.
woman that's like wandering. Maybe because it's more it could be because women aren't looked at as dangerous as a man, you know?
Okay, okay.
Maybe it's like an easier way to lure people because if you see a man on the side of the road, are you gonna stop and ask him if he's okay
No.
compared to like a woman?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a woman is more approachable, but still, like all like time and time again, it's always women that are seen on the sides of the roads or, I don't know, like they appear in your car. I don't know. Are you like looking in the background to
That's
see
creepy.
if you see something behind you?
I know, man. I'm like getting
Dude,
scared
I
over
feel
here.
like you just like move your phone to see if you see something behind you. Dude, that would be
I
crazy.
don't want to. I don't want to catch anything.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I don't want to get scared.
So yeah, so
Mm.
Route 491 in New Mexico, and it was formerly known as Route 666. Um,
Oh,
so
it's
it
that
was
famous road,
known,
right?
yeah, it was known as the Devil's Highway. I don't like to say that name, you guys. I'm sorry. But it's a number of repeatedly a relatively high fatality rate along the New Mexico stretch. And some drivers have reported being chased by hellhounds, supernatural
What?
dogs that represent death in some cultures. They also have claimed to have seen a ghostly semi truck on fire. Obviously, they're
What?
talking about dogmen, right? So in this area,
You gotta be.
in this place in New Mexico, Route 491 is known for, dude, what else do you need? Like, if there's a whole road
Yeah.
that tells you or that shows or that is famous for seeing dogmen,
Why would you even?
yeah, like avoid it. If don't
Yeah.
go through there. Um, I don't know. Like that's creepy. What about this semi truck that's on fire that people have seen?
How do you
That's
explain stuff like
crazy.
that?
Yes, if you see a truck and it's on fire, like, do they get a lot of, like, calls from, like,
Like
911
firefighters,
calls?
like
Like, "Hey,
often?
there's a burning semi truck, like, driving by. Can you guys send a police officer?" And then they're like, "Oh, it's okay. It's just a ghost, like, a ghostly truck." Right?
How do you explain stuff like that? Like, how do you explain stuff where like a lot of people call and they're reporting the same thing?
Exactly.
Like,
So, aren't you like, what do you do? Like, why are all these trucks on fire in this road? And they're getting these calls. So maybe, they already know, like the local police department, they know that this is ongoing happening situation.
Yeah, and like
Like, oh, when somebody calls, or maybe these people already know, like locals, but what if it's somebody out of the
yeah,
area?
locals
I
probably
don't know.
know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
See, it just
I
goes
know, like what do you do with that? Like how do you explain stuff like that?
you
You know,
can't.
like like oh yeah, that just happens.
If you don't want to say the name, I suggest it's Japanese. It's still scary. The truck is supposed to chase off cars. Oh, yeah, that makes
Oh,
sense. Like you're driving and then all of a sudden there's this truck hauling, down the road and it looks like it's gonna hit you and it's on fire, then you're gonna, swerve and like freak out. Oh, that's
yeah.
crazy. That's really crazy. That's scary. That kind of reminds me, years ago, I don't know if you guys remember, there was a video of a car being chased by a police officer
Oh
and it was a white
yeah, I know, I was
car.
thinking about that.
Yeah. And so do you want to talk about it or do you want me to talk about it?
Okay, let me try to remember. So there was a vehicle, right? That the police cars were chasing at night down like lonely road, and like they were chasing it, high pursuit or out pursuit, I don't know,
Hmm.
right? High pursuit.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because it just like went like it just, it was
It like made a
speeding so
turn onto
fast.
like the fields.
Yeah, and it was speeding so fast, and the crazy thing was like they lost track of it, and they had to come to like a halt because it had like passed through a fence,
Yeah.
right?
Have you guys
And the
seen that
crazy thing
video?
was, yeah, and get this, okay? The crazy thing was that the fence was intact, okay,
Yeah.
and the car passed it. The
And you
car
can see the
passed it. It
lights
was,
on the other side of the fence,
yeah, you
okay,
could see the
and then
lights
they
on the other side of the
disappear,
fence.
and then they disappear. And this was
So
caught on, like, police dash cam, right? And
yeah,
so
police dash cam.
it
So
was really
it
weird because
wasn't
it was
like
like
planned.
yeah, but the fence was like one of those metal fences, like those common ones, and it was
Yeah.
pretty big, so nobody can, jump over or whatever, I don't know. But this car runs through the fence, and you can see the lights on the other side, but the cop has to halt because otherwise he's gonna,
Yeah.
like, go through like, break the fence. But it was weird, so they called it a ghost car. They say that it was like a
Yeah,
ghost
they
car because, it didn't damage anything, like, it just basically, like, went through this fence. I don't know. It was crazy.
like what in the
And there's a
Back to the
video, so you
Future
guys
is
should look
going
at it.
on?
Yeah, it's called the White Ghost video, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one, Sandhill Road, Las Vegas, Nevada. The tunnels
What?
underneath Sandhill Road in Las Vegas are supposedly haunted, with reports of eerie noises like whispers or moans. There's also claims of an apparition of an old woman that chases motorists and then disappears. Make sure to avoid that road. I mean, and so basically they were saying that when people like go through that road, some people that have to get out or whatever, they hear these whispers, but there's nobody around.
What?
Even if it's a lonely road, they hear like weird noises, and then also they've seen a woman chasing the cars. Like that is creepy. If you see somebody running
What?
like in the middle of nowhere and you're like I don't know if it's the
Mm-mm.
middle of nowhere,
Ugh.
but if you're just driving at night and then you see this woman chasing you and then it disappears, dude, that's crazy. That's creepy.
That is.
All right. So, Route 375, Rachel, Nevada, which I think Art Bell used to talk about Rachel, Nevada because it's a famous road, also known as Extraterrestrial Highway, because
What?
it passes by the Area 51 um I don't know, place.
Wasn't that something?
And people have claimed to see strange lights in the sky while driving on this road. If you're close to Area 51, there's always, as far as I know, why is it called alien? Do you know why do people think there's aliens there? Because there's always lights in the sky, strange lights in the sky. Even Bob Lazar would take people to an area close by. I think it was S4. He said, I don't know if it was close to Area 51, but they would always see lights in the sky and these strange maneuvers. And I think till this day, people see this. So if you go out there and you just chill in the middle of nowhere, you can see these lights. It's pretty crazy. And my youth pastor was chased by a woman in the middle of the night. That's creepy, dude.
That is.
Oh, see, I get chills. I don't want to see anything. I'm good. I think I've seen like rabbits cross the street at night or coyotes.
Little squirrels.
Yeah, like in Mexico though, one time we saw this weirdo like because there's this road we would pass by and there was like thousands of iguanas that would just cross the street. One time we passed by and on the side of the road there was this huge iguana. And then it like all of a sudden like had like a big old thing like open around his neck. It was like
Oh,
super
yeah, yeah,
creepy.
yeah.
And I was like, "Is this like a dinosaur? What the heck, dude?" And it was huge. Hi, Arlene. Welcome. Yeah. So no.
Hi.
Hi, Red.
Hi.
Yeah. So that's creepy. Okay. So Area 51, like Highway Rachel, Nevada, is full of activity for those of you that want to go out there and look at some alien, I guess, lights. I don't know. That's your spot. That's your spot. And I would definitely go. See, I'm not as creeped out of lights in the sky than I am as seeing like something creepy following me on the road, like or something on the side of the road, like a person, right?
Yeah, that's
Lights in the sky,
creepy,
as long as
man.
they stay pretty far away, I'm good. Like I'll watch them and that'll be crazy, but just stay far away. Okay. Ortega Ridge Road, Montecito, California. So this is like California. They say it's haunted by las tres hermanas, the three nuns
What?
that were killed on this road by bandits. So this was way back. I don't know how way back, but it was way back. I can't believe I could have been listening to stories about haunted roads instead of movies that I have no Aw. Yeah. So, I guess this happened, like, way back for it I mean, they called them bandits. Is there bandits still today? I mean, they're probably called something else, like thieves?
Thieves?
I don't know, murderers? Like,
Robbers?
crazy people?
I
Like,
don't
'cause
know.
dude, yeah, like, if they killed these, because they killed these women, okay? They were killed on this road by bandits, so yeah, murderers, I guess, right? And
Yeah,
some
murderers.
say that their apparitions can be spotted on the side of the road. Dude, dude,
I don't know,
okay?
man.
Dude, okay, so if you see 3 nuns on the side of the road, isn't that creepy?
I don't know. That is creepy,
That's
man. That
creepy, because
is
especially because
creepy.
there's this creepy movie called The Nun, right?
Yeah.
Like,
And it's
it's already tainted. Like, no. Dude, like,
I'd be
black
like,
and
what are
white
you
robes
doing?
and, like, chilling there. I mean, I don't know if they give you a friendly vibe. If they give you a friendly vibe, maybe, like, I don't know, but I
I
think
don't know.
I think
That's
you'll just get
creepy.
chills. You'll just get chills, dude. Like, I can't with that. That's too much.
I'd be like, what are you doing out here at this time?
Yeah. Alright. So, Prospectors Road, Garden Valley, California. We have another California road.
No.
This road was part of a ghost town during the gold rush era. Spirits would stick around and is also said to be haunted by a miner who was killed for his gold. I'm pretty sure those were bandits back then too, dude. Like,
Yeah.
and there was a lot of death because of this gold rush. People would kill each other. People would migrate here trying to like, become rich with this gold and sadly would lose their lives on the way here. Like even with the Dust Bowl, right? When they
Yeah.
were migrating, like the Donner Party was crazy. Like I don't know, I think it was for the same reason, right? It was around the gold rush era. And so
Ye-
I don't we need to do one on the Donner Party because that one was really sad. But yeah, so this
Is
it's
that
haunted, huh?
those are the people that ate each other?
Yeah.
Wow.
I saw Bigfoot on the side of the road. That was enough. But I've seen stuff. I just hit the gas pedal, stopping to see if they're friendly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Magician mountains are creepy traveling at night. Yeah, anything that's what we were
Ah,
saying earlier. Anything at night is creepy. Like
it
all the roads,
is.
every road, even like the city roads are creepy because there could be psychos out there, you know? Ugh, it's just scary.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's creepy.
So yeah, so this place is haunted by the spirits of the miners and the one that was killed to steal his gold. So yeah, that's sad. Poor man.
That is.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about this road because this one's not in the US, it's in Mexico, but it's a very haunted road. People still go out there and try to do like EVPs. They try to record because they see a lot of people claim to see apparitions. There's hundreds of accidents every year. And so I feel that I kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit because there's some stories that I've heard and they're pretty creepy. So basically, hold on, let me see. The Donner Party was really creepy. I never could understand people that pull over on the side of the road. Like, get the heck out of there. I want
Yeah.
to drive long, dark desert roads at night by res to go home at night. I blast music and go 80, 60 in a 50 to get through it. Yeah, I would too. I'd be like, "Can I have like a carpool friend?" You know? I don't like to drive by myself. I don't. I I don't. Okay. People were driving a late night in this street, a road called the Rumorosa, and they saw a woman walking on the side of the road. They decided to stop to see if she needed help, and she disappeared. So they said that when they got out or when they rolled the windows down to ask her if she needed help, they kept hearing this weird noise in the air. So they said that it kind of sounds like screeching in a way. And so they just got scared, right? Rolled up their windows and they're like, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Which I understand if it's a group of people and they see a woman on the side of the road and they're like, hey, you need help. Okay, that's fine. So, but when that person disappeared, they were like, okay, we already know where we're at. We know this is a haunted road. And basically, this is a ghost. So they take off. Next thing you know, they drive off and they see the woman on the hood of their car
What?
and she screams and disappears. Dude, that's so scary.
Uh-uh.
Like in your windshield, like you see a woman like on your sitting on the hood of your car.
Mm-mm.
And it
Mm-mm.
obviously is not gonna she's not if she's a ghost, I don't think she's gonna look normal. Like,
That's creepy. You're trying to swerve and she doesn't fall off?
yeah, she's stuck there just
That's creepy.
but they
That's
said
creepy.
that they continue to hear this weird screeching, like metallic noise. And that's the weird part about it that a lot of people claim to hear these weird metallic noises in this road. So I think that it's definitely something other than, paranormal activity because there's another story of a man that was traveling. He was leaving. I don't remember where he was, but it was gonna take him quite a while to get to where he was going. And so it was late at night. I think he said he left at like 9 p.m. And he's like, I already know the road. I know what time I'm gonna get home. So, he was like, oh, and he usually stopped at this little store and he would get like coffee and things like that. So he's driving late at night and he passes cities. He knows he's getting close to this road. So he's like, okay, like as soon as I pass it, I'm gonna go get coffee. But all of a sudden, these bright beams start hitting him from the back, like bright, like it. He thought that it was like high beams, but then he looks back when he tries to look forward. The high beams are in the front too. So he said that his whole car was illuminated, and he kept hearing these weird metallic noises. And so he was like, dude, like I can't see. He was getting scared because he could hear also like the cars that his big semi was coming. So he was freaking out. Um, so then all of a sudden the lights shut off. And then he's like, what the heck was that? Like that was crazy. It happens again down the road and it's like flashing. And then he keeps hearing this big semi coming towards him. And he says he's like, oh, it's gonna hit me. I can hear it getting closer. So he decides to swerves out of the road, and then he sits there for a little bit and then the lights shut off. And then he looks to the side and he sees entities like like standing outside of his car. And so he freaks out and he's like, "What the heck is that?" Like it didn't look like a human. He said it looked like aliens, right? And so he kind of like freaks out, like drives off and like steps on it. And so he said that he pulled up because there was a little shop that was open. He pulled up and they tell him like he gets out of the car. He's like distraught. He doesn't know what to do. He's trying to like he's freaking out. And so they tell him like he's like where am I? Like he was kind of like confused because it didn't look like he was in the same road. And so they end up finding that he had lost time because it was really late.
What?
He had 5 hours of lost time. Yeah. And so the woman sits him down and she's like, "You should know that you shouldn't be driving that road at night, because there's a lot of things that happen on that road." And so she gave him tea. She kinda tried to help him a little bit. And so he said that he was just really, like, shaken up, and, um, he said that he ended up, like, leaving after, like, a few, like I don't know if he was there for, like, an hour or, like, minutes, but he was there with that woman, and he ended up leaving, and he got home, but he said that was the last time he drove through that road, and, that it's been many years, and he said he hasn't had any strange things happening to him. He doesn't feel, like, sick. He did say he threw up, though. When he got out of the car, he threw up. He was feeling a little woozy,
Wow.
like, a little sick, but he said that since then, his health has been fine, like, he hasn't had any, like, bad things happen, so which is cool, but still crazy, right? Like, he was
Yeah.
definitely abducted, 5 hours that he was, like, missing. I think I would wanna go through regression therapy just to see I mean, it could be
Mhm.
traumatizing, right? Like, based on
It can be.
yeah, based on, like, people that have done regression therapy that they've had pretty bad encounters, and there's a
I
reason why.
mean, why they um
I'm
I forgot
sorry.
what it's called, but they get to the point where they yeah, like you said, right? Like they kind of just
Aw.
put it somewhere and where they don't remember anymore, right? Um
Yeah, and so
Creepy.
also, I know that there has been some people on YouTube, like, that have, say that they've been abducted, that, these entities, these aliens purposely erase your memory so you don't remember what happened, but
Mm.
that which makes sense, right?
What
But why would you, um I don't know. If they erase your memory, like but you can remember going under therapy, like regression therapy, then they're not completely
They're not
erasing
doing
it.
like such a great job at erasing it.
Yeah, because some of them, somebody was saying that maybe they kinda want you to remember a little bit or
I don't know. It's
yeah.
giving me like, what's that movie? I don't even remember what it's called. The Fourth Kind,
Oh, the 4th,
man.
nah, dude, that movie was creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they say too that once you've been abducted, that they continue to abduct you throughout your life, but you don't remember. I mean, because a lot of people say that they get like an implanted chip or whatever, and I what if that's like a way to track you? And that way they can continue to know
that's
where you're at, and then they just take you easier because 'cause you're like, "Eh," like, we're we can just go to their house and pick them up. I don't know. Ugh, that's crazy. I don't wanna think about that.
that's creepy.
I think it's so traumatic that they do it so the person doesn't go crazy. Yeah, that
Mm.
movie was too creepy. I
Yeah,
remember watching it the first time I saw it, it creeped me out. I was
yeah, it
like,
was
"Dude,
a
I can't."
creepy
I had
movie.
to turn it off because it felt evil to me. It felt like it felt like it was an evil movie. So, I don't know, and sometimes I get weird feelings like that from movies, and I'm just like, "Nah, I can't watch this." So
I
I'd rather
was
not.
like, what do you have me watching this? It was scary.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys, that's all I have on the roads. There's I think there was a few that we went through, so you guys can go back and watch the rest. But yes, it did that's what it felt like to me. And that's why and then
Yeah,
when they were
that's why it
talking
was
in that
really
weird
creepy.
language,
Yeah.
and they were like lifting and elevating and saying things that were not okay, like it just creeped me out and I was like, dude, I can't. I'm sorry, you gotta turn it off. But yeah. Hmm. So that's all the stories we have for the highways. Yeah. So I'm sure that everybody has heard of like creepy highways. I know that there's
Yeah.
another very dangerous highway over, I think it's going from LA to Las Vegas, where there has been a lot of really like scary, crazy things happening there. People have been taken, people have been killed out there by other people. They've seen
Ugh.
weird creatures out there. So there's always, I feel like there's haunted roads everywhere. Um, and of course, I mean, why wouldn't there? People get into car accidents, and sadly some of them perish, and I
Yeah.
understand that they're kind of like trying to find their way or it was unexpected. They don't know that they're gone. Like, I don't know. It's just so sad. But yeah, you
So,
got
like that experience that my dad had, was that also on a road?
what experience?
Remember, like when he was out there and he felt someone behind him?
That was right off a road. Yeah. You want to talk about that?
Um, yeah, like okay, well, I guess to the best of my memory, I
Do you want
guess.
me to talk about it?
Yeah, I think you should go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So, dad, he went with his friend somewhere. It was like at night. And my mom's like, you shouldn't go. You should stay here. It's too late. Why are you trying to go with your homies? Like, and so he's like, I'm just going to help him. Whatever. He ended up leaving. His friend, I don't know, I think he was doing funny business, like, he was trying to, like,
Yeah.
get some help with some stuff, and my dad didn't know, but he was like, "Dude, I'm just I'm helping you." I think he told him, like, I need you to come help me load some stuff on my car." So he went,
Mhm.
and he said, "I'm gonna drop you off right here, and then I'm gonna go down the road, and then I'll come back and get you so you can help me," which is already fishy, right? Like, "Dude, why are you gonna
Yeah.
drop me off and then go and then come back? Like, shut up." And so he ended up dropping him off and he left. He said he saw the lights of his car and it disappeared. So he was waiting there, and he said he started to get like a really creepy vibe, and he started hearing noises. And so he got up, and he said it was kind of like heavy. It felt like heavy footsteps is what it felt like on his back, like behind him. So he got up.
Yeah.
He was looking around. He said it was really dark, so he couldn't really see anything. And there was no cars driving by, so he couldn't there was no light.
He
So
couldn't
he
hitch a ride or
Yeah,
anything.
so he was, like, super scared. He said he started to feel scared because he felt like something was there, like something not normal, and so he said he started running down the road, and then as he was running, he can hear the steps coming closer, and he
Ooh.
said he kept feeling like something, like, trying to, like, grab him because he could feel
Yeah.
like they kinda, like, tried to grab them and they missed him, and he said he would, like, turn around and start, like, punching, punching whatever it was, and he said that he never felt anything. So he continued
Like it was
running.
just air.
Yeah, so he said he continued running, and then they, like, scratched him on his back. And so he said he crossed the road and he kept running, and he stumbled upon, like, this woman's or this little house. I guess there was a house, like,
Yeah.
there's little ranches in Mexico, like, there's little ranches on sides of, like,
Mhm.
big roads. So he said he ran in there, and the woman that was there told him, like, "Dude, why did you stay there? Like, this area is known to be, like, haunted by evil, like, spirits or whatever." And so she said that he kept feeling like a stinging on his back, and the lady, like, I guess he turned around and told her, like, "I feel, like, pain on my back." And when she lifted his shirt, he had, like, a scratch.
Yeah.
So he said she's supposedly he started to get really sick, um,
Mhm.
and then I think she told him, like, "Oh, if you need to call someone, you can call someone, you can stay here in the meantime while they pick you up." And so, yeah, my mom, I guess I don't know if my mom picked him up or somebody picked him up, but he ended up going back home, but he had, like, a fever, he was really sick, and or you know what? No, the guy came back. Yeah, I remember
Oh,
his
his homie?
his friend came back. And then he's like, "Dude, why did you leave me here? Like, there was something after me. It could have killed me." And so his friend, I guess, took him back home, and he, like, stopped talking to him. He's like, "Dude, I'm done. I'm not gonna, like, talk to you anymore." So he went back home, but my mom did say that he got really sick. Like, he had a fever. He was um, like, not feeling good. Like, he had, like, a cold or something, or like a flu. I don't know. But yeah, like, that was pretty creepy.
That's
Yeah, he gets
creepy.
scared, like, telling us that story because he's like, "I don't know what
He
it was."
does.
He says that maybe it was like a wild, like, lion, like a mountain lion, but I don't know. I don't know. That's still
He likes
scary.
to be in denial a lot, huh?
He
Like he
is.
doesn't
He
really
likes to
like
be in
to.
denial, but the thing is that the woman told him that that
Yeah,
road
that's
was
true.
evil. He's like she told him, like, "It's evil there. I don't know why your friend would drop you off there. Like, you need
Yeah.
to, like, find you new friends, homie."
Yeah, like what type of friend is that? Wow.
Yeah, he thinks like I said, he thought it was like a mountain lion, but I don't think that's what it was. I think it was definitely like an evil thing.
Yeah, that sounds creepy. And like it
Yeah.
still, creeps him out. And that was like a
I know.
super
Well,
long time ago,
yeah, he was
right?
really
Like,
young. I think it was when he had just gotten married or when Candy was born. She was still a
so
newborn,
maybe
I
like
think.
30 plus years ago, and he still doesn't want to talk about it because it's really scary to him.
Yeah.
Um,
I think he did.
that's
I would have to try. Yeah, I think he was trying to be like, I don't know, sounds like a
that
skinwalker.
would be
Yeah. You know
creepy.
what?
That would be
That's
creepy
what
if
it
it was
sounds
part
like.
of some ritual.
Oh, no, that's crazy. And, like,
That's
what was the
creepy.
dude gonna gain, like,
Yeah, that's
Good
ugh.
night, be
That's
kind. Thank you for
creepy.
showing up. I know we have to go here too because, yeah, I have to get the babies to sleep, but, yeah, let us know if you guys have any questions or if you guys, like the show. Let us know.
Yeah.
We appreciate everybody that showed up and was here and chatting. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you everyone.
I don't know if there's anybody else going live right now, but if they're not, we still appreciate you guys hanging out and coming over and saying hi. Yeah. But yeah, so that's all we have for you guys tonight. And hopefully next week we'll be back. Like I said, I don't
Yeah.
know if I should put that's the reasons why one of the reasons why I don't like to post at like exact times. I wish that StreamYard had just, like a button where we can put any time that we can
Yeah,
anytime
that would be
today. We'll go
cool.
live sometime today. Hi. Hi, Chad Smith. Oh,
Hi.
thank you. Thank you for listening. So, because yeah, like I said, Fridays it gets a little bit crazy for me, and so I will put an exact time, but then something comes up and I can't do it at that time, so then I'd have to change it. Aw, thank you so much. We
Aw,
appreciate
thank
that.
you.
Yeah, but we appreciate everybody that came in. Um, and thank you guys. We appreciate every one of you. And yeah, thank you guys and have a good night. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye everyone.